Hello, hi all, welcome to the Tech Brainz channel. Today we will see a video called connect running LLMs in Google Colab, and we will connect this Google Colab to our local machine Visual Studio Code agent, and we will do some coding part. And some things we will add things like port forwarding. We will use Tailscale in this video. So don't miss our video today. Watch fully. And now in this collab we can click on code and we can add 3 commands. So these are going to download and load that Google Colab Xterm, and it is going to launch that Colab Xterm. So 3 things we are doing here: downloading, loading and launching. So once it is launched we can see the black screen. So we are going to download one more software called Screen. So this is going to give us some flexibility, things like we can use multiple terminals. So once it is completed, we are going to download one more software called ZSTD. So it is going to make us helpful in unzipping a software. So once we went to Ollama, so click on download, click on Linux, copy the curl command and go back to our collab, paste here. So enter. So it is going to download the software, and it is going to extract using ZSTD. So it is going to ask one more error. Okay, we need to install this one also. apt install ls HW software. So okay, it is going to install. So yeah, it is also done. So once it's done, we are going to enter the command called screen. So this screen makes us to enter into the new tab or new terminal, we call it as. So for your understanding, I was writing this text screen 2. So control A and shift double quotes, you can see these 2 tabs, so which we can change terminals. So in terminal 1 you can do one task, in terminal 2 you can do another task. In one terminal I was going to run the Ollama server. Yeah, it is going to successfully entered into the state. So in second terminal I was going to pull a models from the Ollama server. So Ollama pull, we are going to Ollama website and try to check with whichever model we want to pull. So for suppose if you want Gemma 4, you can go with Gemma 4. I was going with this Quan 3.6 as of now. So just copy the model name clearly here, billion parameters. We need to use 9 billion, 4 billion parameter or 8 billion. So because we only having a 15 GB of GPU inside a Google Colab, that's why we are going with the low end models. So think before using the models, you just need to go with low end models based on your GPU RAM. Here I have successfully pulled one model, so it's done, success. So now we will check the list of models. Here I have as of now one model. Now I will try to run this model here. So just I was asking a simple question to that model here itself to check that LLM is working fine or not. Of course it works fine. Just want to show you these things. So if you want to ask some questions with your local LLM, with secure your data without sending your data to the backend servers of like Google, Anthropic, so you can use this type of local LLMs. So this is absolutely safe and secure. Yeah, it's giving answer. Cool. So this is a LLM we are running inside the Google Colab. So it's enough. Now I will click on Control C to come out of that. So after coming out, I was going to install the Tailscale software here inside Google Colab. You can copy these commands I will give in the description below. So you can copy these all commands and you need to paste it. By the end of this terminal, you can see one link to log in into Tailscale. So this Tailscale is nothing but it is making our local system to be accessible from our private machine only, not like as a global. No one can access. With your email address only, it can be with your email address you can only be accessible in your from your mobile or from our other your systems. We can see it successfully logged in, and we are going to paste the Ollama commands. So these commands is going to make our local server as dynamic accessible using our Tailscale only. So and also we will check our Tailscale IP in right side tab. So you can see the right side tab, we can see the Tailscale IP. So by using this IP, we will enter the port number of the Ollama server. Yes, successfully we are getting the Ollama is running in that. So we are able to access now our Ollama server using this Tailscale IP. So we can connect this Tailscale IP now wherever we want. And we are going to install some Open WebUI here inside right side terminal. I will give all these commands in the description below. You can copy from there. So yeah, successfully Open WebUI is installed. Now I will check that too also. That Open WebUI port number is 3000. So I entered that. So Ollama server is running successfully. Open WebUI is running successfully via our Tailscale. So we are going to give some credentials. First time we need to create an account. So we will enter some credentials here and click create admin account. So yes, successfully it's done. So now we will check that. Yeah, top right side we can see this 3.54 billion parametric one, which our model we have installed in Ollama. So we are able to access that. In the here we can see that server is getting triggered. Yeah, we can see both Ollama and Open WebUI is running both servers. So we got a response. Yeah, using this one in your mobile also you can trigger this one by connecting that Tailscale VPN. You can easily access this Google Colab as your private AI. And also if you want you can download more models via this search. So I was trying just for a simple Gemma 4. You can able. Yes, we can see this Gemma 4 latest giving as output very fast. So by using this you can use your daily tasks or personal questions to your own local LLM. Of course it is free. Yeah, it is going to print very deep and very clear. I love this one. Cool. Next we will see the Tailscale. Open the Google and go to the Tailscale website. So we will install this Tailscale in our Windows, whichever we have Visual Studio Code installed. So here we have multiple platforms based on Android, Windows, iOS. We are going to download Windows now. If you want to access in your Android, you need to download Android Tailscale from Play Store. So there you need to log in same account. Okay, remember that point. Whichever account you logged in inside the Google Colab, same account you use it to log in. I think same Gmail address you will use for login. So I installed this Tailscale in my Windows. So after successful installation we will see right side arrow, there is no icon still we are waiting. Okay, it is downloading still. Setup progress. So this is a Tailscale software which we used it to connect with our Google Colab for as a, we can call it as port forwarding or we can call it as static IP, whichever thing you want you can call it is like that. But it is private and it create a secure tunnel between your two systems. One is your Google Colab and one is your Windows machine. Or else if you want you can use your Android or iOS anything. But you need to log in with same Tailscale account. So yeah, successfully done. It is asking us to authenticate yourself. So on the right side bottom, so I was clicking here, so it take me to the website which we used to log in. Yes, it is asking, so we are going to log in with Google. So I was clicking on my Google account, so it is going to authenticate. It is asking us to connect a device, so I was clicking on the connect button. So yes, login successful. So I was able to authenticate with my Tailscale account successfully. So you can see icon here, so Tailscale connected. Cool. After inside the Tailscale dashboard in, sorry, I want to show you this thing also. Inside Tailscale dashboard we can see multiple devices are there here. So every device is having one unique IP address, so that can be accessible via your Tailscale from any laptop, Android, iOS. So next we will see the Visual Studio Code. Inside Visual Studio Code we are going to create a project. So I was going to create a project. So we are going to use continue agent, right? That's why I created a continue project. So inside extensions we used to search with the continue keyword. So once we searched we will found this continue domain. So we are going to install this. So this is trustable, no need to worry. So we have open source a code agent. Using this continue we are going to code nav. So after installing this we can see left side continue. extension icon. Once we click on it, it is going to open it. So once it is opened, we are going to see the local configuration. So we need to config some config data. So we need to tell the IP address of the Tailscale here. So we need to click on settings. It is going to open the config file. This config file data I have given in the description. You can copy paste that, but you need to replace your IP address here. You can check in your Tailscale dashboard. You can get the IP. So you can copy that IP here. So you need to copy IP here called Google Colab Tailscale IP. Remember that point. Every device is having a unique IP. So we need to connect with Google Colab. So we need to paste a Tailscale IP regarding that Google Colab machine. And after that, we need to check that models, whichever model we are using inside our Ollama server inside Google Colab. The same model we need to configure in our Visual Studio Code 2. So remember this point too. So we need to add IP address and we need to add the model name correctly. Otherwise it won't give you the output. So here you need to check it correctly. Name whichever want you can, but model you need to give it as exact name model whichever we have in Google Colab. So after config, click on Control Save, then ask a question. If you want, you can change the models to bottom arrow button. You can click on, you can change the model also. So here whichever question you ask, it can easily execute that commands inside this project folder. So, and also if you ask implementations also, it will make the implementations to your project successfully. I have tested this one. If you want more videos regarding this, please comment the topic whichever thing you want to test. So I will make a videos regarding those topics. Yes, this is the main part actually. This whichever I dragged here, this is the main file you need to copy into this config.yaml file. The remaining part is not required. The remaining part I added it for another software, not for this video. So whichever I dragged, you need to copy that code only. So I will give you in the description also, no worries. If you have any doubts or if you are stuck with any place, you can comment so I can give you some answer for that. So here we can see the agent is successfully giving a response on the left side tab terminal. So we can see that it is saying it is created successfully a project using HTML, CSS and JavaScript. We will check the output also. Okay, no worries. I will show you output too. So how it is created also. Yes, it is going to create very clean coding structure. One by one it is going to create. Still it is generating some code. Yeah, of course we are using 16 GB GPU inside Google Colab. It will take some time. We need to have patience. But it is absolutely free of cost. So we need to accept here because we are giving agent permission to write that files. Okay, that's why we give an accept permission here. So after we are giving accept permission, it is going to write a files. So we can see right side tabs. Yeah, it is written code, and if we click on browser, so yes, this is the output. Successfully created a heading. We have a blog posts, very clean and neat. We have a categories. We have about. We have search blog. Wow, it is done a website within a few minutes. Once we config these things, we can easily create a website and we can easily customize a website by using this continue agent with $0 with free of cost by using this Google Colab as a backend. For students, this would be very helpful to use their projects or resumes websites.